Again, we thank Hunter College for sponsoring this and having us release this information. So now we've done colorectal, like she said. Okay, so genetic testing for hereditary cancer. What you should know. Okay, when we say hereditary, who can tell me what that means? It runs in the family. If mama had it, okay, one of the children had it. If daddy had it, one of the children had it. If daddy and mommy have it, then maybe 2 or 3 of the children have it. Okay? So, what is genetic testing? Genetic testing is a broad term. It's broad, it's used, it's wide to describe a medical test that can help explain the cause of a current health problem or provide information on future health risks. Hey, so you may not know now, but if you get that testing done, you'll know for in the future or kind of know, okay? Because nothing is guaranteed, you know that, okay? So testing to learn sex of a pregnancy, you do a genetic testing. Whether someone has sickle cell trait, okay? And whether someone's ancestors, where they come from, okay? So genetic testing. Sickle cell, the trait. Remember, if anyone knows, you could have the disease or you could have the trait. Hey, what are genes? First of all, we start with our DNA. It's a set of instructions like a recipe for a cake. Now, we all have DNA. You have 50% of your mothers and you have 50% of your dads, but you have DNA there. Or it's like an IKEA manual, which we know those manuals, they got a whole lot of be like, and how to build a chair. Yeah, IKEA got about 60 pieces, okay? But think of that as your DNA, okay? But the genes now is a group of that DNA, inherited information. Okay, so the hereditary cancer genetic testing, this type of testing, it focuses on your genetic risk for cancer that can be passed down in the family. In other words, it's checking whether the genes that are supposed to be protecting you from the cancer, are they working? Hey, this test can tell if someone was born with an increased risk of certain types of cancer. It does not determine if someone currently has cancer. Now, it's like if you have that gene. Parents pass their genetic information down to their children, like their eye color or their hair color. That could be passed down. Increased cancer risk, it could be passed down as well. Okay, so the goals of genetic testing. Definitely, to estimate if you're at risk for getting cancer over your lifetime. Okay, again, because daddy had breast cancer. He had breast cancer. Okay, or mommy had bladder cancer. Okay, and help explain why someone has cancer. You take the action to catch the cancer early, as we talked about it, or lower your risk. Now, the screening, number one. Okay, so out of every 10 people with cancer, okay, the genetic is just falls 10%. 1 person out of every 10 person. Now, this is familiar. It's still saying this in the family, but when we go into genetic, it goes a little bit more. The familiar is like broad, okay, but then we go into genetic. Yes, hey, this person had it, so we know, okay, that it's in that family too, and you're more prone with the genetic. Okay, see, this one part is more like the environment too, and your lifestyle. So you and someone had a similar lifestyle, okay, or was in the same environment. Okay, you can go. So who should get genetic testing? Our young, the youth. Breast cancer, colon cancer, be tested. These are some of the tests, the screening that you should have done for these cancers. Or uterine cancer, if you're under the age of 50. If it's a rare cancer in your family. Ovarian, male breast cancer, or pancreatic cancer. Or multiple people. 2 cancers in the same, multiple cancers in the same person. Definitely you need to have genetic testing. Because you have pancreatic cancer and you have colorectal cancer. Okay? Then family, if it's 3+ family members with the same or related types of cancer. So your sister had breast cancer, you got breast cancer, and your brother got breast cancer. Definitely, you need to be tested genetically. So, for example, a person with both colon, when they say multiple, colon and uterine, and when 3 close relatives, let's say even on mom's side, her sister, 2 of her sisters had breast cancer. If this sister got pancreatic, this one got bladder, this one got stomach, and this one got lung. You need to be tested genetically. What do you think? Which cancer types are most likely to be hereditary? Who can tell me? Which cancer type? Okay, so we have breast, ovarian, prostate. Okay, prostate cancer, colon cancer, uterine. Now, when you hear uterine, and if they say endometrial, it's the same. Okay, uterine cancer and endometrial cancer is the same. Pancreatic cancer and stomach cancer. So those are most likely, you see? And this is less likely to be hereditary. Cervical, throat, lung, liver. Now, if you look at this, especially for these 3, throat, lung, and liver, lifestyle. Lifestyle or environment. Is that person, did they drink every morning? Okay. Did they drink alcohol every day? Are they smoking? They've been smoking since they've been 15. And now they're 65, 70, still puffing 2 packs a day. Okay? Look at it. It's the lifestyle and the environment more so. Okay. The BRCA gene. You know BRCA gene. Now, everyone has the BRCA gene. Everyone. Okay? It's a tumor suppressor. Okay? But now, is there any mutation on your BRCA? Okay? Where it had a code, let's say DCDA. Is it switched up? DCBA. Okay? These codes will determine mutations on those genes. Okay, so our BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes, hereditary breast and ovarian cancer syndrome. So 1 out of 400 people have a BRCA-associated increased cancer risk. So it's telling you with this mutation on this gene, okay, for breast cancer, it's more than 60%. That's a lot. For pancreatic cancer, less than 5%. For ovarian cancer, it's 39 to 58%. For uterine cancer, it's possibly increased risk. They don't have a percentage. And prostate, 7 to 26%. Over here, we're talking about the 2, because remember, you got 2. Okay, and again, you get them from mommy and you get them from dad. Out of the clear. So for the 2 mutation, this is BRCA2 gene now. Okay, most cancers, again, more than 60% for breast. That's a high amount. Because see, that BRCA is really the breast cancer. Really symbolizes that breast cancer for the BRCA1 and BRCA2. But it doesn't, that's more familiar for the breast cancer, but it does, relate to the other ones too. But less, 5%, 10%, pancreatic, ovarian, 13 to 29%. Now look at this, that's the 2. But remember, the 1 is higher. It's 39 to 58%. And in uterine, the same thing, possibly increased. Your prostate, 19 to 61. So that BRCA2 increased it. Not like the first one. And melanoma, who knows what melanoma is? How's that? Skin cancer. Now, I'm going to say a lot of people of color say now, when I go out to the beach, I don't need no sunscreen on. Please protect your skin. Okay, our sun rays are stronger than ever now. Okay, they're stronger than ever. Yes, our melatonin, we have more than some of the average people, but that doesn't mean. Again, that's another one that don't discriminate. None of them do. They don't. Okay, Lynch syndrome. Lynch syndrome. Yes, it's a new one, but what it is again that DNA, that gene. Okay, is there some mutations in it? Okay, it's an inherited genetic condition, Lynch syndrome. Yes, and what it does is increase the risk of colorectal cancer, endometrial cancer, And other cancers are people younger than 50. Mm-hmm. So they show you here for the male, more common in the Lynch syndrome is the colorectal, stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer, urinary tract. The cancer in the urinary tract. Yeah. And prostate cancer. Okay, for the women, it's colorectal, stomach, pancreas, same thing, uterine, but of course our female organs, the ovaries and the uterus. Yes. Okay, so of course they have these genes. Example, like there's one called the MLH1. Like I said, they have all different codes, but it's a mutation on that one. Okay. What family history is important? What's important is what type of cancer did they have? You need to know. You know, sometimes we fill out these forms and they say past history and people just leave them blank. You know, and I say constantly, well then put that you don't know me. But put something. But this is what should make you be curious. What's in the family? Now we know back in the days, many days, and I'm talking about maybe 60s, 50s, 40s, sometimes your relatives didn't even know what they had. They didn't know what they had. And you say, oh, Auntie died because her stomach was hurting her. And that was it. Yeah, you know, back in, you know, our places where they were born. They didn't have doctors. They didn't have all of these tests. But thank goodness we do today. So take advantage of them. Take advantage. What age were they diagnosed? Okay. What treatment did they need? Did they do surgery? Did they do chemo? Did they do radiation? Did they do hormone therapy? Okay. What did they do? Did they have genetic testing? And a lot of people don't know the genetic testing is available for them. They don't know that. From you. So the tips, only blood relatives count. The most important family members are those closer to you, your parents, your siblings, your children. So many people do not know the answers to all these questions, and that is okay. That is okay, but it got to start from somewhere. Okay, so when you're getting the mouth swab, mucus up against the mucous membranes, taking off cells. Okay. So, what else in the mouth that they can use? Saliva. Absolutely right. As you see, cheek swab, blood drawers, saliva sample. Okay. Yes. They usually do either or. They don't do both of them. You know, because you know, maybe the insurance company won't pay for both. They pay for one. Yes. And this, they get the DNA from just that. It's amazing. Your blood, your saliva. So now how much does genetic testing cost? A lot. But the insurance will usually cover the cost if someone has a concerning personal or family history. They have to. I mean, you wrote on that paper that 2 uncles died from pancreatic cancer and 2 other uncles died from stomach cancer. Okay? This insurance company should definitely, your insurance. For those who do not have insurance coverage for testing, most labs offer the test for $250. $250? Yeah, that's nothing compared to me living. Okay? Now, and I know, you know, it's difficult for some people. I'm going to say that, of course. But, you know, our priorities, sometimes they're in the wrong place. This is one to put in the right place. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then many labs have payment assistance to help with the cost. So that's really good. Now, next one, am I protected from genetic discrimination? Yes, you are. HIPAA guidelines, they fall in this too. HIPAA, and then there's another company called GINA for protection. GINA. So it tells you the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act. Well, it's called the GINA Act. I'm sorry. It protects those from getting genetic testing. So a person undergoing genetic testing cannot be denied health insurance coverage or be denied employment due to their genetic test results. Definitely. No job can refuse you because you have this history. Not at all. Does not include private insurance, life disability, long-term care. It does not apply to employers with less than 15 employees. So now you know a lot of these businesses too, if you don't have the amount of employees you need, of course, sometimes you have to, you don't have what a bigger company has. Okay, and government employees have law similar to Gina. The military has different rules. Now, of course, you always got to find out, okay, what I'm involved with before I get involved in it. Okay, before you sign that paper to go to the Army or the Navy, it's best for you to find out what they offer you. Okay, especially with genetic testing. Okay, so there's a company called Ambry also that pays 95% of testing for genetic testing. Y'all want to write that down? You can look at this video. It's a fantastic video.
We can show it. We have time.
Okay.
25 minutes.
Yeah. And when you get a chance, look it up. I looked it up on my phone. I looked at it. It's no more than probably about 10 minutes. Okay, but it also tells you some of the things that you should know, what questions you should ask your doctor. Okay, in New York, we all know NYU, Lango Health. Okay, that's a place, definitely NYU. You can get genetic testing from there, from, as I said, Memorial Sloan Kettering Center, Mount Sinai Hospital, and Columbia University Hospital. These are just a few. I'm sure that some of the other hospitals offer, but this is what that was given that we know that will do genetic testing there. Okay, some of the other ones for ancestries, as I said, they have another website called Truth Finder. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of that one. And Legacy Tree. Yeah, so there's a lot, but we all know that the ancestries.com and the 23andMe DNA and Me, those are the number ones that a lot of people have went to. Now, this is in Philadelphia, and they did Philadelphia because I think they also have, they're affiliated with some hospitals out there or colleges out there. Right. But yes, again, very important. I mean, this pretty much includes just the genetic testing. But of course, everything that I said in the first workshop, with the breast cancer, with the colorectal cancer, it all relates to genetic testing to help you find out if you are at a higher risk for those cancers and all the rest of them, depending on, I guess, the physician. Just like medications, you use two different medications, but they believe in this one, they've gotten better results with this one. So it'll depend on the doctor himself. But don't feel that you can't suggest. Okay, you have a lot to say pertaining to your health. You really do. And I mean, a lot of times we hold the physicians to a higher regard, but they put on their pants just like we do. Okay. And they can make mistakes too. Okay. So that's why it's important for you to be knowledgeable about it. I said knowledge is power, and knowledge will save your life.
All right. First, let's give Pam a round of applause. Yes.